What's good, my people? Welcome back to EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo. I hope everyone is having a good day. Yeah, man, I'm back again today. Saul Canelo Alvarez retains his unified super middleweight belt, defeating Edgar Berlanga. What a fight, man! What a fight! You know what? I was surprised by Berlanga. I thought the occasion's gonna get to him, but you know what? Even though it was a dominance performance by Canelo. Canelo won that fight, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say comfortably, but it was quite dominant performance. Canelo even dropped Berlanga in the third round, left hook. I thought that might be it there, but now, you know what? Credit to Berlanga, he came back and, you know what I mean, stood his ground and, you know, he earned the respect of the boxing fans, he earned the respect of Canelo. So, yeah, man. But again, congrats to Saul Canelo Alvarez, man. Like this guy, like, is it like this? It just amazes me, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it amazes me, like, where Canelo gets his motivation to keep on going because he's won everything in a game. He's done everything, like, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? He's won, you know, belt in multiple weight divisions. You know, he's made the money. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I'm just thinking, like, what's his motivation? What gets this guy going every single morning? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's so active as well. Like, if you look at Canelo, like, how old is Canelo again? Canelo is 34 years old. He was born in 1990. Like, that's crazy. Canelo's 34 years old. He feels like he's been around forever, man. Seriously, what you guys think? Do you know what I mean? It feels like Canelo's been around forever. Like, and one thing I like about Canelo, he ain't ducked no one. I know some people say like, oh, Canelo's ducking certain fighters. Mate, Canelo's for everyone. Like, literally, like, he's gone out there and banged it with everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, he had the trilogy with Triple G. You know, obviously some controversy there. It was a bit controversial. You know, a lot of people thought that. I myself thought that Golovkin won the first fight, but obviously they gave it a draw. Second fight, a little bit more clearer towards Canelo, and obviously the third fight, Golovkin was just older, innit? Golovkin got old and slow, and Canelo won that pretty comfortable. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, those are big fights that Canelo's had. Canelo's fought who? Mayweather at his younger days. Can you imagine that? Like, he fought Mayweather when he was like maybe like what, 23 or 22, 23? Do you know what I mean? Or even like, yeah, 22, 23 for Mayweather. Um, Obviously that night he got schooled in it. Like, he got schooled by the great Mayweather. Like, he got a lesson. But I feel like that fight almost like propelled Canelo to become the fighter that he is because that fight was such an education for him being in there against a master. Obviously, at that time, like, Floyd was on top of his game. Like, Floyd was Floyd. Do you know what I mean? Like, Mayweather, tactician, great defense, counter punching. Like, he just schooled Canelo on that night, and I feel like that made Canelo a better fighter because if you look on at the run that he's gone since that fight, it's crazy. He's only lost one fight, and he lost against Bivol. Do you know what I mean? And Bivol is no mug, and Bivol is a light heavyweight. So again, like, Canelo, you know, always challenges himself. Do you know what I mean? He always goes up the weight divisions, yeah. Taking all these killers, man, all these big guys, taller guys, rangy guys. Because if we look at Canelo, he's only what? He's only 5'7", 5'8". Like, he's not a tall guy. Do you know what I mean? He's not the tallest guy out there. So for him to be going through those weight divisions and beating all these tall guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, especially when he fought someone like a Liam Smith. Like, Liam Smith is massive, man. He's tall and he just outclassed him, hit him to the body. Like, what's more left for Saul Canelo Alvarez to achieve in the sport? Obviously, I think what he wants the Bivol rematch. Obviously, that's if Bivol comes out of his fight against Beterbiev. If Bivol wins that fight, his next fight, then obviously I can see that Canelo fight happening. But again, man, like, just great. Massive respect to Saul Canelo Alvarez, man. The guy, and people, do you know what is, yeah? One thing I realized, like, people don't really, like, I don't know if it's just me or I don't see it enough, but I don't feel like people really rate Canelo's skills, like his boxing skills. Like, Canelo is a master, man. Do you know what I mean? He's a master. Like, I remember the first time I watched Canelo, he was about like maybe like 18 or something like that, and I saw him boxing, and this young guy. It was a bit rough here, but I can already see this guy, the intelligence here, his boxing IQ was already at a high level, even at 18. Do you know what I mean? So I was watching him, I was like, yo, this guy is good. And then I watched him against Shane Mosley as well. He beat Shane Mosley. I was like, yo, this Canelo kid. He had some trouble against Shane Mosley, but the way he beat Shane Mosley, I was like, you know what? This guy's tough as well. Do you know what I mean? That's one thing people don't give Canelo Alverez credit as well. Like, he's Mexican. He's got he's got a Mexican style. He's a tough kid, man. He's tough. He's got a granite chin. I don't even think Canelo's never even been hurt. Like, he's never been knocked down. He's a tough guy. Like, punches just bounce off him. Do you know what I mean? And he knows how to ride the punches so that he never ever really takes the full effect of a punch. And yeah, man, big credit to Canelo. Me personally, I put Canelo in my top 5, man, of all time. And that's just me talking, I'm saying for my generation, my era, I'm not, everyone's got their own eras that they judge, and they've got fighters from different generations and stuff like that. But for me, for my era, I'm talking about, like, me and Canelo were similar age, so I'm talking about the fighters that I came up with, like me watching them live on TV. Like, Canelo is definitely in my top 5. I've got Mayweather in there, Manny Pacquiao, Terence Crawford. I'm definitely putting Canelo Alvarez on my top 5. Like, he deserves huge credit. The guy is just a phenomenal fighter. And you know what easier for a fighter to keep? He's got so many fights. These guys had like 66, 70 fights, like 67 fights. Like, it's incredible to still be going this strong, to still be motivated. Think about how many boxers out there, they have like 20 fights and they retire, or they go downhill, careers go downhill. And then you never hear about them again. You never see them again. But Saul Canelo Alvarez is still going, man. Still going today. Still one of the biggest boxing superstars, biggest pay-per-view sellers, in boxing. He's still going. He's made all the money. He's won all the belts. The only belt that he hasn't won is what? To go up to cruiserweight and heavyweight. Do you know what I mean? I think that would be a step too far, man. I think it's too small for these weights. But you know what? Yeah, knowing Canelo, you probably, like, the right fight comes. Like, if the right fight is a cruiserweight or whatever, heavyweight, yeah, I can see Canelo going out there and challenging himself, That's one thing you can't accuse Canelo of. Like, he doesn't duck anyone. Like he goes in it. He wants those challenges, and you have to respect Canelo for that. You have to give him huge credit for that. And yeah, man. So Canelo Alvarez, man, does it again. Retains his unified super middleweight titles. He moves on to the next one. He then goes on to Bivol. I think that could happen if Bivol wins his next fight. And Bivol's got a tough fight against Bertebev. That's a tough fight, man. 2 Russians going at it. That's a tough fight, man. I'm 50-50 on that, man. I don't know, man. I'm going to stay on the fence on that, man. They're both tough fighters. I like Bivol's style, the way he jabs, the way he moves. His footwork is just amazing. But Bertebev, tough old Russian style, man. So it's going to be incredible, an incredible fight. It's going to be very interesting how, things develop during the rounds. But yeah, I'm going to definitely be keeping an eye on that, man. That's going to be an interesting fight. But yeah, man, again, as for Canelo Alvarez, man, listen, salute, huge respect to Saul Canelo Alvarez. But let me know what you guys and girls think in the comments. What do you think? Canelo is one of the greatest. I've got him in my top 5 of all time. Where do you rank Canelo in your list of greats in history? So yeah, man, let me know. I'll really appreciate in the comments. Also, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Once again, thank you for watching EMGM Sports. It's your boy Enzo. Until the next one, peace.